Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The New South Wales Planning Department has approved the demolition and rehabilitation of the Liddell Power Station site near Muswellbrook. The work will clear the way for an industrial energy hub powered by renewable energy. The project received around 20 objections during the assessment phase by the Planning Department, with most suggesting the power station should be maintained so it could be restarted in the future if needed. An elderly woman has suffered smoke inhalation after a fire broke out in her Cohiba home last night. Around 20 firefighters from 3 stations were called to the single-level vinyl-clad home in Burwood Street just after 7:30 to find smoke issuing from the house. An 80-year-old woman inside the home was helped to safety by neighbours. She was treated for shock and smoke inhalation by paramedics before being taken to hospital in a stable condition. It took crews around 2 hours to extinguish the fire and ensure the flames hadn't spread into the roof. The cause of the fire is not known at this stage. Meanwhile, investigations are underway into a fire which destroyed a unit in Newcastle CBD on Saturday night. The blaze broke out in the 8th floor New Common Street apartment at about 8:30pm, with around 50 people evacuated from the building. Around 25 firefighters were called in to tackle the fierce blaze. No one was in the unit at the time of the fire and no one was injured. More than 200 submissions have been received by the state and federal governments over the duplication and upgrades of Mandalong Road at Morisset. Officials say timing for construction is yet to be confirmed and is dependent on planning approvals. Lake Macquarie MP Greg Piper says it's time to get a move on with the project as the population grows.
We're behind on where we should be with infrastructure and services for the area. As we start looking at other policy shifts such as the TODs, the transport-oriented development, we have to address the fact that there's been a deficiency or a deficit of infrastructure.
The long-awaited dredging of the Myall River is set to get underway next month. The selected contractor will take around a fortnight in early March to prepare for the work, which will focus on the Corrie Channel, the Eastern Channel and sand shoals downstream of the Singing Bridge near Tea Gardens. The dredging, being funded by the New South Wales Government, will make boating easier and comes amid growing calls from the community for the work to begin sooner due to the risk of damaging boats when navigating the river. The dredged sand will replenish the stockpile at Windawappa to be used to re-nourish Jimmy's Beach. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery is calling out a culture problem in Newcastle Council involving disrespect to residents. In a wide-ranging submission to the independent review commissioned by Lord Mayor Ross Kerridge, she says professional staff have communicated rudely with locals. She says she wants to see more courtesy in correspondence.
Some of the letters that my constituents have received from senior executive of staff of council have been inappropriate, but I'd like council to look at the tone of their letters and the respect that they ought to be paying.
2NURFM Sport.
The Jets have earned a much-needed point in the A-League men's, coming from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 against the Mariners in Gosford. Lockie Rose came off the bench to score around the hour mark before Mark Natter headed home an equaliser in the 87th minute. With 12 games to go and the Jets sitting in 11th place, coach Rob Stanton says finals football is still the goal.
There's heaps of points still to be won there, and again we're not a really deep squad at the moment, but I just feel the way we've been playing has been really, really good. Some dominant football.
Meanwhile, the Jets women's side's finals hopes are fading away, going down 5-1 to the Mariners. Newcastle horse trainer Mark Minervini took home a short course double at Broadmeadow with Ocean Joy and Shalby winning their races. He narrowly missed out on a treble with Ruby Serve losing by a neck. And Redhead's Daniel Collins produced a stunning swim leg in the Island Triathlon. He was out of the water in 21 minutes and 31 seconds. That's sport. I'm Will McGrath.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 1, 7, 8, 12, 18 and 41, and the supplementaries are 16 and 32. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.